Following the recent hype regarding the fake Third World War and the exposure of Western biolabs in the Ukraine, as far as the state is concerned, albeit unofficially, the pandemic is over. The New York Times, like much of the media, wants its readers to stick their heads in the sand. Their recent article entitled, "We Will Forget Much of the Pandemic, That's a Good Thing," couldn't be more blunt. It would of course be highly convenient for the state if the masses suffered a complete lapse in memory. Funnily enough, their wish will more than likely come true, for even though there are billions of us who have been betrayed by the elites, most will rather forget. There's little point explaining to the duped, who seem horrified at the very idea that the state might be out to get them. Besides, they've moved on. The anti-Russian propaganda comes as a welcome relief, because the memory of the past few years is too awful to comprehend. Society is suffering from PTSD, or at least the blind followers of the government. It's doubtful they'll ever believe the facts, nor what has been done to them. They'd rather die on that hill than admit their mistake, and even if they could, their beloved nanny state is the means to everything in life, and without it, there would be no point in carrying on. The establishment wants the people to forget the pandemic because it had planned on hiding the truth for 75 years. After the VAERS leak, or several now, it appears that all the establishment have left up their sleeve is mass distraction and hypnosis. If the state can repeat the lie long enough, the population will fall back to sleep and the cabal can continue with their clumsy plans for world domination. They'll begin by targeting the organics, those who immediately saw through their lies and still retain their natural immunity. The mass media will mock the resistance, and in time the hive will come to regard us as the Neanderthals of the transhuman world. Popular science will praise the tidal wave of genetic mutation as part of some great evolutionary jump. Yet, as the death rate climbs, new excuses will be made and experts paid to lie through their teeth. There will be memorials, concerts, and candlelight vigils for the dead, without mention of why so many have been driven to an early grave. In 1984, George Orwell says of the people, "If there's hope, it lies in the proles. If they could become conscious of their own strength, they would not need to conspire." The conversation ends with the line, "History does not matter to them." Without truth and its rightful place in history, the people cannot learn from their mistakes. Which is why those in denial are in such a rush to forget recent events, so they don't blame themselves for what happens next. We will have to remember the past for them, for we, the organics, and our very existence will serve as a reminder to all for as long as we live. Never forget, never forgive, for if we submit to this fearful new world, it will surely be the death of us.